Roger's going to present a system here today, and the profits and performance shown on this system, that's not typical. Roger's not a typical kind of trader. I'm probably not either. I mean, that's not what we do here at the trading pub. We're just not typical type people, We make no future earnings claims, though. I mean, doing this thing we do called trading, you might lose money. And without being patient and disciplined to a system, you probably will lose money. All right. What you're going to see here today is an internal audit that took trades from October 30th, 2023 through February 7th, 2025, and took those real live issued trade alerts from Roger's Trading Pit Telegram channel and applied a set of options criteria to them, meaning these are hypothetical in nature. They were not real trades necessarily, and they use the benefit of hindsight and being able to pick the exact perfect option in most cases. And the result was 94.2% based on 328 trades. The average return about 11%, including winners and losers. The average time to hold these about 24 hours, less than 24 hours. So if you need more information, more terms and conditions, see the tradingpub.com homepage for more information. And let's be real. Back to that thing I said a minute ago. There's losers in trading. All right. If you don't have the patience and discipline to stick to a system, you might lose money. You probably will lose money. There's no black box system, though, that prints out winning trades automatically. If you're searching for that holy grail, that goose that lays golden eggs, you just take to the pawn shop, they don't exist, all right? The purpose of our research and work with traders like you is to try to help give you an edge, but you got to be patient. You got to have that patience. You got to have the discipline to stick to the system. If you can't handle losing trades, paper trading is a real option. Sim trading, do it, all right? Seriously. Real money losses have occurred. They're going to occur in the future. I'm Jeffrey Turnmeyer. Thank you for joining us. Roger's here is going to give us the Q2 market outlook. And after seeing Roger's big predictions over the past years that I've been working with him, and some of these picks, that he's got lined up for the next few months, how closely his views align with mine, as we just talked about. I knew I had to be here so that some of my followers could maybe get in and hear what Roger has to say. So today, not only are you going to get Roger's strongest and weakest stocks as we move into Q2, into the quarter coming up in 20 days, right? Plus his 2025 predictions for what the rest of this thing's going to look like the rest of the year, volatility levels, interest rates, gold, oil, cryptos, shocking S&P 500 price forecasts. Man, you're going to predict it for the end of the year, Roger? I'm not sure anybody can afford to miss this right here today. Now, you're also going to get the chance to join him on what may very well be the 310th winning trade in his Trading Pit system.
330. This is a little too. 330. We're now at 330. Yeah, we're way past 310. We're at 313.
313, 314. Well, it'd be the 314, right? Anyway, take it away, Roger. Go for it, my man.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I really appreciate you. And maybe afterwards, or maybe later, I'm gonna reach out to you. I want to hear about you. You're my crypto guy. I want to talk to you a little bit about crypto, folks. When it comes to crypto, Jeffrey really knows his stuff. He top guy. Very, very good analysis for crypto, like deep analysis, Thank you, Jeffrey, and thank you for being here, folks. As we all know, the markets have been choppy mess through 2025, but despite the volatility, it's been the perfect environment for our revolutionary software system that tracks the moves of institutional investors in real time. It's designed to help us pile into the exact same stocks institutions are buying as it's happening in real time. Not afterwards, not beforehand, while they're doing it, caught in the act. Like February 5th, I knew institutions were likely loading up on the cybersecurity company Okta within an hour of the market open. Sure enough, 45% in 1 hour. Watch it happen again on February 7th. Most traders had no clue the telehealth company HIMSS was being heavily accumulated just 1 hour into the trading session. It's kind of interesting. Everybody thought the stock was over with when Amazon came out with a company that duplicated them. That's what Amazon does. And it didn't, this company just kept going up and up. Thanks to our brand new trading tool, I know it was a near surefire bet to surge higher for the rest of the day. As expected, that's exactly what happened. 52% in 1 hour. And again, just recently with Palantir, 73% in 3 hours. In fact, we've taken the markets to the cleaners the last several weeks. First week of February, just to give you guys a little review here, this is just February. The last losers we had was, I believe, the third week of January. So Monday, Meta. Tuesday, Snap. Wednesday, Okta. Thursday, Tesla. Friday, HIMSS. Guess what? Made money on all of them. Pretty good, right? How about second week of February? Palantir, IBM, CNC, Shopify. Shopify was overnight. And how about a bunch of bonus trades? Winners all week. How about February 6th? Palantir was closed with a profit. Clyde took a loss on Home Depot, did a BX short. Clyde closed BX short with a profit. Winners, 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 and winners. Winners. Oh, there's that Home Depot. There's that HD trade with a loss. There it is. February 5/5. Apple with a profit. Apple with a profit. Tesla with a profit. Starbucks with a profit. Do you see what I'm getting at here? How about another week? Clyde out. Let's see. Starbucks with a profit. CMG with a profit. Dell with a profit. This is last week, by the way. And a few spy trades with a profit. Now, once we discovered how to ride the coattails of institutional investors in real time, the past 2 years have been a game changer, opening up endless new possibilities. Actually, it's been less than 2 years. We started a year and a half ago. And because this new software gets us in and out of most trades within just a few hours, we've been able to profit in any market condition. Look, today the market's down sharp. We made a profit on a long, we made a profit on a short, and we made money on a bonus SPY trade to the upside as well. I really don't care which way the market goes when it comes to this program. It really makes no difference to me. Don't take my word for it. Take the word of 1,346, not 41. It says 1,341, 1,346 subscribers. They love the pit. And when I say we've been crushing it in the private trading group, I'm actually downplaying it. Hear what they have to say. Wakas, I've been a member of the trading pit for 2 weeks. Since then, I've made over $9,000. Carlos, I made $5,000 month to date. Carlos is doing good. Not even my 401k does this. Brett, I now trade full-time for a living. Folks, the best thing you could do for me is, if you're in the pit and if you're here right now, please, please tell Sarah your personal experience from the pit so Sarah can post it and share it with everybody. If I tell them that it's amazing, they'll believe me this much. If you tell them what you really think, I think that would make a big, big difference. Because it's one thing when I'm trying to sell something, but it's one thing when you guys who've been in it for almost a year and a half or more have been in it, you give them your true experience. Please tell them how it changed your life. I took my small $2,000 account and turned it into $17,000 in just 6 weeks. Your 90% plus win rate on trades I've taken, so get down with your bad self, brother, Randy. Gaston, this guy in Greece. I got to get to Greece. He's a good guy. He's a young guy. He just got a degree in finance. He's going to be a financial advisor, a financial planner. Richard. Now, Richard's made between January and February, he made $200,000. He's making between $4,000 and $8,000 per day. Oh, yeah, it's like that. And I post his testimonials all the time. Alan turned $16,000 into $85,000. Kirk made $58,000 and made $12,900 this morning, or that morning. Roddy has had over 100 successful trading experiences with me. Now, as great as those stories are, that's not really even gets me excited. It gets me excited, but this is what gets me more excited. Since the end of 2023, actually it was since October 30th of 2023, I've leveraged this game-changing system to issue 311 winning trades with a staggering 94.25 or 94.3% win rate. We're going back towards the 95 percentile. I got to get to 96 percentile. Real trades, no rolling over, no creative accounting, no adding a gamma or a delta, no real trades, time-stamped in the Telegram channel. Take a look at a handful of the top alerts after my team applied options during the internal audit. Roku, 40% in 1 hour. NVIDIA, 44% in 1 hour. AbbVie, 82% in 1 hour. Meta, 116% overnight. Now, there will be small winners, and there will be losers too. Yes, we had 18 or 20 trades that didn't work out of 300 and something. It will happen. It'll happen many, 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 many times. But if you would have put $2,000 into each of those 4 trades, you would have done pretty well. You could have walked away with over $7,600 in cashola, and your money would have been tied up in the market for less than 4 hours. Now, Advanced trading tools. By the way, let me just take a look in the market right quick. There we go. Ooh, I think we might have bottomed out here. Advanced trading tools. Do you see why I'm really not concerned about what the market will do. I just need some volatility. And boy, oh boy, are we going to get volatility. Now I could go on and on and on and on and on, showing you all the winning trades we've hit so far this year and last year. And we would be here for a very long time. But the point is, 94.2% win rate on 309 winning trades already in a year and a half. 2025 is turning out to be a really good year. Because it's not just the 94.2% win rate on live trades that gets me so hot and bothered. It's the fact that the internal audit shows anybody who took these trades with options could have started a $10,000 account and turned it into 40,000, 80,000, 100,000. So if you want my 2025 predictions and see how I plan to leverage the most advanced system that I've deployed to play it, plus my top stock picks for 2025, completely free, then post yes in the chat. What are you waiting for? And please let the people here know, how the pit's been doing for you. For you. That's what people here want to know. Honestly, that's what folks here want to know. They want to know how it's been working for you. All right, let's do it. Let me introduce myself. All right. I'm a former hedge fund manager. I've been doing this for over 31 years. I was a private trader for the Bronfman Brats. That's the youngest two daughters from the Bronfman family. They are or were the richest family in Canada. They own a lot of little businesses you guys might have heard of. Tiny little companies like Universal Studios, Seagram's, Time Warner, the little mom and pop shop companies. Yeah, those companies. So I was their private trader I traded their private account for 8 years. I also had a hedge fund where my partner was Kevin Hassett, the senior financial economist to President Trump's administration, the current one and the previous one. I've also partnered with Charles Kalamiris, who is the current Ivy League professor of Columbia University in finance. And I've also had the pleasure of being a partner with Curtis Faith, who is the youngest turtle trader and the most successful one. And here in the pit, I've worked with Tony Saliba, who happens to be one of the featured traders in Market Wizard's book. He alongside Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, those guys that manage billions of dollars. Anyway, I've shared my work with over 500,000 people, and I know a thing or two about the markets. I'm probably going to have to admit to that too. Now, before I give you a chance to join us for the 313th winning trade, because we closed two more that didn't make it into this deck today, you need to know there's no magic pill in trading that wins 100% of the time. Now, for folks here right now, you already know that. Every good trader has their fair share of winners and losers along the way. Now, after doing this for 31 years and after sharing my work with over 500,000 people, I'm going to make an admission. Most people think it's laughable to be a full-time trader. Why? Because there's testimonials, news out there, rumors, gossip that say that people in trading don't make money. They lose money. I'm going to tell you, have you guys seen me trade? Do I lose money to you? Most traders find it hard to stay consistent in the stock market because of one major problem. They lack system to detect institutional order flow in real time. And institutional order flow is what moves the markets. I'm talking about smart money managers who collect billions of fees overseeing 401k, high net worth individuals, hedge funds, corporation, investment bankers. Yeah, those guys like Citadel, Bridgewater. Here's Steve Cohen, who was also featured in the Market Wizards book, along with Tony Saliba, by the way. Huge orders that literally move the share price 1%, 2%, even 5% or more in the process. They are the heartbeat of this market. The problem is the majority of retail traders don't have access to trading software that can track their order flow in real time. Even if you have a Bloomberg terminal, which looks really cool and fancy, it's not going to help you. It doesn't have the tools that you need to do what I do. If it did, I wouldn't be making my own. Today changes. When you have a way to detect which institutional traders are likely buying in real time, all you've got to do is ride their coattails of their massive buy orders. Like on November 2nd, I knew as it was happening that institutional traders were likely buying up millions of shares of Roku 1 hour after the market opened. I send out an alert at 10:26 in the morning, go long Roku. And I teach people how to trade options in the members area. And I show them exactly how to do it every day at noon. So I teach you how to use options and I show you how to use options. And it's always one rule and it's very simple. Sure enough, what did Roku do? Higher all day long. Vivek, Michael, and Brett, they made money. A few days later, my system showed that D-Dog was under strong institutional accumulation 1 hour after the market opened. As expected, D-Dog ripped higher for the rest of the day. Doug, 120%, Michael, 101%, Adam, 70%. At the same thing happened to CrowdStrike just a couple of hours later. And we made money on that, very similarly to how we made money today on Johnson & Johnson and pin interest and the bonus SPY trade. And we're in another bonus SPY trade right now. Institutional traders don't buy stocks like you and I do. When we buy stocks, we try to get everything filled at one time. Institutions are buying blocks. They don't do it. They buy baskets. You don't call your broker and say, hello, Mr. Broker, I'd like to buy 5 million shares of Uber. Your broker would be like, what? What? The problem is you'll be chasing yourself. It'll look like this on a chart. Whoop, whoop. You're gonna be chasing your own tail. It's not good. Think about it. The whole float is 20 million shares, 5 million shares. It's crazy. You don't do that. What you do is this. You put in automated algo orders. You separate your order into parent-child order, and you make a deal with the floor broker or the market maker at this point to fill you in at the VWAP or lower, and he guarantees your fill price or he gives you a rebate. This creates a methodical grind up or down in the share price all day long. Any dips are immediately bought up by the algos looking to fill the huge 5 million order share block. When a stock is under heavy buying pressure, it's strong intraday relative strength compared to the rest of the market. The key is finding which stocks have the strongest intraday relative strength within the first hour of the trading day. Doesn't get easier than that, right? Right? That way, you can ride the algo buying spree all day long. So how do we do that? Let me show you. Take a look at SPY on November 20th. It was up 1% on the day. 1% on the day. Verizon is T-Mobile, not Verizon. T-Mobile is on my list today. On the other hand, was one of the strongest stocks in the S&P. It was up nearly 3.5% on the day. It had relative strength in comparison to the spider. That means intraday relative strength was about as strong as it gets for Verizon. The smart money likely had their trading algos programmed to accumulate Verizon shares all day long. If you would have known that within the first hour of the trading day, like we did, you could have rode the algo buying spree for the rest of the day. The rest of the day. 1 second. Let me just check something here. Sorry about that. Doug, JC, Kathy, they all made out like bandits. Now, what about Seagate? December 8th. It was stronger than the SPY. That means institutions are probably accumulating it. All you had to do was buy STX knowing it was likely going to grind through the day. Sure enough, STX went ba-boom. Bob, who's here right now, I know Bob is here because I saw Bob say hello. He made money on that trade. And again, please, folks, share your experience with the pit. It gets even better. Intraday relative strength analysis doesn't just work to the upside. It works to the downside too, like it's been doing for the last several days. Last week, most of our trades were to the downside. Today, we traded to the downside. For example, let's say you're smart money and you want to sell 5 million shares of Uber instead. You can't just dump all those shares on the market at once, and otherwise it would crash the share price. So what do? You program your algos to liquidate 5 million shares throughout the day in small chunks. This creates a grind down in share price all day long. When a stock is under heavy institutional selling pressure like this, it has weak intraday relative strength compared to the rest of the market. You need a way to spot it 1 hour after the market opens. That way you could ride the trend down throughout the day, just like we did with ticker VFC on November 1st. If you would have known that VFC had weak intraday relative strength compared to the rest of the market, in fact, it was the weakest stock in the S&P 1 hour into the trading session, You could have placed one quick trade during the first hour of the day and then bagged a huge payday before the closing bell. Michael made more than enough to cover the average monthly mortgage payment. Nice. Think about it for a minute. Extra $3,000 from a day trade could have done a lot of good for a lot of folks right now. Maybe cover a couple of car payments. Maybe pay down some credit card debt. Maybe go to Puerto Rico like I did with my wife last Christmas. Actually, the Christmas before last. Time just gets away from me. Time runs. Where does time go? Sorry about that. All from one trade that only took a few hours. Not bad, right? Not bad. Let me just put the SPY back here. Believe it or not, I'm trading while I'm doing this with you guys. Now, we all know there's no guarantees when it comes to trading. There will be smaller wins, losers along the way, and that's why I always say never invest more than you can afford to lose or risk. But in all of my years doing this professionally, I found that measuring a stock's intraday relative strength is by far the best way to decide what that stock is going to do in the near term. And that's exactly why I built a state-of-the-art platform to track it. Here's how I use it to find stocks institutions are likely buying or selling within the first hour of the day. Let's say you want to find a stock that's really strong. You pull up the relative strength scanner. See here, I have the 30-minute, hour, daily. I don't really use the daily. I use hour, 30-minute, and 5-minute. You run a relative strength for the strongest stocks on the hour time frame that you want. And I showed you before here in the pit, in the VIP room, how we use this for swing trades too. You buy in because the stocks with the strongest relative strength within the first hour are usually the ones that end up continuing the move, okay? For example, all right? For example, on November 6th, 1 hour, just 1 hour after the market opened, Microsoft had strong intraday relative strength compared to the spider. In fact, the hourly relative strength showed that it was the strongest stock in the S&P 500. We sent out an alert on Microsoft at 10:08 a.m., knowing that algos were likely going to accumulate it all day long. Sure enough, what happened? Microsoft beat out by 6 times. Bob, Dennis, Howard, Barbara, Doug, Q, Vivek, Matt, they all made money. Watch it happen with Intel, another trade we nailed just a few days ago. On November 16th, Intel had strong relative strength compared to the spider. It was the second strongest stock on the hourly relative strength scan for the day. So we sent out an alert letting people know that Intel was being accumulated. Intel versus the SPY. Look at the relative strength. Intel made money on it. Kathy made money. BB made money. Now, of course, it works exactly the same way to the downside too. On November 16th, Tesla had weak intraday relative strength compared to the spider. In fact, it was the weakest stock in the market 1 hour after the opening bell. We send out an alert, and like clockwork, ba-boom, off a cliff. Michael, Bruno, Adam, Arthur, and Art made money. Now, it's important to remember that no system is perfect. We've had a few losers along the way, too. But by riding the coattails of institutional traders over the last 2 years, we've made out with a 94.2 something win rate, higher than 94.2 because we did a couple of trades that are not there. And I think it's safe to say after 309 winning trades or 311 trades in real time with only 19 losers since inception, 2025 is gearing to be a really good year. So listen and listen good. You can keep toying around with outdated indicators and chart patterns. You can keep worrying about a recession. Keep speculating if we crack new highs or whip out new lows. Or you can cut out all the BS and take charge of your financial future by following in the most powerful market force that exists. Real-time institutional order flow. Folks, I'm officially inviting you and 1,346 other traders inside my most exclusive group yet called Roger Scott's Trading Pit. It's the only place where you get 1 to 2 active alerts per day on stocks institutions are likely buying or selling in real time. You can take your very first trade today. Actually, you can. Now, before I reveal my top predictions, plus my top stock picks for the coming month completely free, just hear what the pit members are saying. 1 second here. Let me check something here. Okay. All right. Larry, not a single loser in 3 weeks. I like that. I like that. The newest, I'm new to the pit. Stu made 3,000 already. Eagle, 120 days in, only one loss. Win rate 96%. Wes, get on board. I waited too long and missed the first 100 plus trades. Well worth the money. I agree. Frosty B, this guy's been with me since day one. I made money every day. Just bought a house cash in December. Thank you, Val. Ken, turned my small account around with Trading Pit up 50% in first 10 days. I love that. Carlos, my retirement is now set. Like that. Karen, I've been making money so fast in the pit, I can't stop to assess. That's what we keep doing that there. I made money on almost every trade. One option's up 276%. A buck, Roger makes it hard for other gurus to look good because he's like a Marvel comic hero in trading. Deb, I haven't lost yet. Every winner's up over 35%. You are the best. Brett, I got depressed on weekends when the pit is closed. Don't tell my wife that. Robert says the trading pit is like a bank hanging out free money. Those are some of the best stories, and I'm sure that Sarah is sharing some stories here with you guys. And I can't wait to hear from you. So before we get to our 312th winning trade, let me walk you through what you can expect. When I see something, I'll post an alert on Telegram faster than you could say, who's your daddy? Once you get the alert, you can take the trade straight from your cell phone. It's free. Telegram doesn't cost anything. It's available in Europe. It's available everywhere. You can expect 1 to 2 action-packed alerts per day on average. Just like what happened recently. We sent out an alert on, how about we talk about today? We sent out an alert on Johnson & Johnson, the long side, and we sent out an alert on pin interest to the short side. Both were hit, and we had a bonus SPY trade that hit, and we're currently in another one, all before 2 o'clock p.m. Had you taken the trade, you could have bagged the 44% gain in under an hour. And then you could have closed out 2 more winners the same day. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Meta, 28% in 2 hours. STX, 65% in an hour. If you put $5,000 into each of those, you would have made out almost $13,000 in less than 4 hours. Everything you need to get started today can be found in your Trading Pit Getting Started guide. And we're always making the pit better and updating it and adding stuff to it, like the Pro Trader dashboard scanners. And we're always doing new stuff. Last couple of months, I've been giving you bonus SPY trades in there. And boy, oh boy, they've been great. I think the one earlier today made about 19%. You'll find bonus training videos about how to balance your positions, bet sizing, and a lot more. That is not all. You're also going to get the Trading Pit write-up called Emotional Mind Traps. I have people who read this every single morning. I'm not joking. They read this every single morning because it helps them clear their head and stay straight on trades. This guide will help you master your emotions. You'll see the common emotions that people have and how to overcome them. You'll get 1 to 2 alerts per day, and you'll get updates all day long from me. Real quality updates. Like, hey, this is what's happening. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing that. This is what I'm getting ready to do, and so on and so on. You'll have VIP level, and you'll learn. If you want to learn, you will learn by being in the pit. You'll have VIP level assistance from my US-based customer care team. With any questions you may have, you'll get the Emotional Mind Traps, the Getting Started guide, the Telegram channel, the real updates, and everything else. You'll also get access to me. I give you my personal email, so you can email me with any questions. A lot of people do it, but for some reason, people still want to waste time asking me personal questions, but I give you my email in case you want to ask me, and then we can go on and on for the next 10 hours. I can be explaining things to you. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this membership going to cost you? I'm very proud of my track record, and the price of this room is only going to go up. It doesn't go down. All right. We've had 330 trades, and we have 311 winners as of today. We now have a 94.25 or 94. Well, I got to get back to 96. And with the 310th win coming up quick, 313th win coming up quick, I want you in on the action. And that doesn't count the bonus trades or the SPY trades. Just wait till you see this. If you would have put $10,000, started with $10,000 and just invested 10% of your account with the options. This does not include the trades we took today, by the way. Not only would you have gotten some pretty good returns, but Let's see. When was the last time we had a loser? Let's see. Do you guys see that? February. This is March 7th. This is January 30th. Do you guys see any losers here? Do you see any losers? I don't see any losers. But even more impressive is that over the course of the last 16 months, which is how long we've given you over 320 trades, had you taken every single trade, you would have earned not 40, not 80, not 100, but $294,000. Folks, that's 29 times your money in a year and a half. Not bad, right? And that's not including the 2 trades we did today or the bonus trades. And that's just after only 1 year, which is more than triple the average American annual salary. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that the retail price is $49.95. That's what it is on the website. And I'm raising this price. By the end of this year, I'm hoping it'll be $99.95, which I think is more than fair considering the profit potential that I've shown you and our win rate. Plus, by scanning the markets all day long, managing the trade opportunities, answering questions, and really being there for you almost 24/7. Now, here's the deal. I'm on a mission to make this year the best year ever. And I've been actually doing that for a lot of you because you're here right now watching this webinar. If you're one of the first traders in the door today, I'm going to slash 2,000 shekels off the retail price. So instead of paying $49.95, you're going to pay $29.95. That's nearly 50% off. So now choice is yours. I'm looking for a very small handful of traders that are serious about bridging the gap between retail trading and full-time trading. All right? You've seen the potential. We haven't had 309 wins. That's an error. We had 311 wins out of 330 trades. You just saw how a $10,000 account could have blossomed into 294,000 in just over a year. And today, you have a chance to save nearly $2,000 off. So if you're consider making 2025 your best year ever, folks, I want you to get in on this ASAP. Sarah, please drop the link. Folks, the price goes back up $500, I believe, tonight or tomorrow. Go to rogerscott.com/trading and unleash this price before I raise it. And yes, soon the retail price will be $59.95, which means your discount price will probably go to about $39.95. Now, limited time flash sale expires soon. Price is going back. Folks, if you want to bridge the gap between retail trading and professional trading, there is no better way, in my opinion, than the pit. Give us a call, 904-706-3539. Let me give you just a quick example. This is last week in the pit. Just give you a quick example here. Here. Closed Starbucks from last week, opened T-Mobile, took profit on both, didn't do anything Tuesday and Wednesday because the stock market was flirting with the 200-day moving average. On Thursday, we went short Starbucks, made profit. We went short CMG, made profit. And on Friday, we went short Dell and made profit. And some of you got out on Dell this morning here. If you were still short Dell from Friday, go ahead and take profit. And today we took a winner on J&J and pin interest and a long on the SPY. One long on the SPY. That's just today. Okay? Give us a call, 904-706-3539. Or go to rogerscott.com/trading. My goal is for you to pay off your membership in no time at all, meaning no time at all. I want you guys to, I want this to be taken, I want you to take advantage of this yesterday, okay? The pit paid for itself. Larry, first 2 days of trading for the lifetime membership too. Wes made 3 times the cost of the trading pit since joining a month ago. Thank you, Roger and team. Roger, those of you who have not joined should join. I honestly paid for my membership in the pit and Pro Trader dashboard in 1 week. I have never done that with any other program before. I figured that. Rick, the trades I've taken have already paid for the trading pit. Alan, 30% gain, already paid for the trading pit 4 times over. Richard's paid for the trading pit probably 100 times over. The trading pit is my steady monthly income, over 95% success. You will pay for it in a month. Thank you, Carlos. Nathan, Nathan, it was actually very nice meeting you. You're truly making a positive impact. changing and helping my family's life and future so much. And it was great meeting you in person, Nathan, at the event last week, or the week before last week. Time gets away from me. Folks, my goal is for you to pay off your membership even faster than Alan, Rig, Deb, and many others did. Don't wait. Join the trading pit before the price goes up $500. Click the link in the chat or give us a call to secure your membership and instantly save $2,000. The 312th winning trade is coming up quick. Lifetime flash sale, not lifetime, limited flash sale, $29.95. To my knowledge, it's the only place where you're going to get active, juicy, actionable alerts and bonuses all day long and twice on Sunday. It really is a good, and if you've already in the pit, upgrade now if your subscription's expiring. Recently, we had a trade on Coin, 11% in 34 minutes. Then 1 hour later, we hit another one on WBA, 26% in two hours. We weren't done yet. After that, we had AbbVie. We made money there too. And Amgen, 444. Love it. Love it. 444. I'm actually thinking of going short. 1 second. I got to check something. One second. I got to add a stock to my short list. See, I'm working right now in the pit. There we go. All right. If you would have put $5,000 into each trade, you would have turned it into $11,900. And don't go anywhere. I got some stocks for you. Don't go anywhere. That would have been more than enough to cover today's membership and then some from just 1 day of trading. Of course, I'm not going to promise future results. I don't know what the future holds, but I want you in on the action, and I don't want you to pay an extra $500. Price goes back up and I say very, 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 very soon. Listen to what folks have said. James said, started with 4,000, made 8,000 in 15 days. Richard send me screenshots all the time. Made a nice almost 2,000 there. Richard says 17,000 after 1 month in the pit. He's doing a lot better now than that. I could promise you that. All right. Look at that. David cleared 5,000 on CVS. Paul, 60 wins with only 1 loss. Folks, when was the last time you had 60 wins with only 1 loss? And how does that sound to you? Think about that for a minute. Would you like 60 wins and 1 loss? Paul had it. Marshall, only take pits trade now. I'm up almost 100% Roger Scott trader. Thanks to the pit. You're welcome. Lauren booked 2,200 on a single trade. VST was my first trade. Cleared over 2,200. Love it. Carlos, thanks to the pit. Carlos is fast tracking his way to retirement, helping me gap my way to retirement. Don, no losers over the last trades. Yeehaw, I have no idea what losers are. Good, Don. Turned 1,000 into 4,000. And David, 200% profit in 5 months. We like that. Buck, if you're on the fence about buying it, just do it. Folks, just do it. It's worth it. Frank says, I've been trading for 25 years and I've never experienced something like Roger. Thank you. And I've never experienced anything like you, Frank. I hope that's a good thing. Ben is cleaning up. Ben is like right behind Rich right now in his gains. You're a wizard. Total for the day, 6,400. I like that. Roddy, I have a phenomenal day, exceeding my daily income by over 400%. The trades are up well over 90% successful. Love that. Angie, doubled my account in 5 months. I've learned more from Roger in 5 months than I have in 5 years on my own. Thank you. Now, let's see if people are posting any good testimonials here. Brian says, I can't wait to get in. And it's an add-on, basically spoon feeding, teaching us how to trade. Are you reposting all these, Sarah?
Yes, I am. I'm also responding to questions too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just turn on the chat. I don't know what's going on. Some of the best, even safest trades this year have been day trades. Who would have guessed? Brett. Those are some of the best stories I've heard, and I cannot wait to hear from you when you join the pit. Thank you, Jay Singer. I appreciate that. Price goes back $500 sooner than later. And I mean sooner than later. Now, there's an important announcement. After you get your membership, don't close the page because you'll get an opportunity to join the Pro Trader dashboard. That's how I generate these. That's what I was showing you in the VIP room today that I use to generate day trades and swing trades. At 3:30, I started looking for swing trades. During the day, I look for day trades. So it's a piece of cake. You just take a link, you cut it, you paste it, Nice and easy. No monkey business there. Takes literally less than 10 seconds. Once you're ready to go, you pull up the relative strength scan to find the strongest stocks or the weakest stocks that you want to trade for the day. You wait for the down arrow to signal a breakdown, up arrow to signal a breakout. You get an automatic profit target and a stop loss. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought it was testimonials. You're answering questions. Now I see it. Enter the trade knowing your predetermined stop loss and profit target levels. Folks, it's the Pro Trader dashboard will tell you profit targets and stop loss. And if everything works out, 104% in 5 hours. This is your chance to secure access to the Pro Trader dashboard at a massive discount. Yes, Ronaldo, you got to call customer service at 904-706-3539. They'll take care of you. You could trade the underlying stock or the option. I give you both. I give you both. I do. Traders are in love with it. What do they say? Roddy, I bought 5 stocks today with the Pro Trader dashboard, 5 winners. Made 2,000 this morning with Tesla using your Pro Trader dashboard. Right now, I'll tell you what's on my list right now. I'll give it to you. My hot list right now, it's showing that coin is setting up for a short. COIN is setting up for a short, and I'm looking for a pullback to the VWAP so that I could take that trade. But that's what I'm looking for right now, actually, if you want to know the truth. All right. Yes, it installs on Thinkorswim. Yes. 18 wins and 1 loss with the Pro Trader dashboard. Thank you, Gary. And folks, most of the people who gave me these testimonials a year ago, they're right now giving me exact same testimonials right now that you guys are reading. Ben says, I closed out 2 more winners during the webinar. Make sure to get the Pro Trader dashboard. Roger constantly teaches us how to use it to make money. I like that. Thank you, Ben. A couple of times in my life, I've gotten the opportunity of a lifetime. Murmis, I remember when Murmis bought, he was very skeptical, and now he's like, I love this thing. I love this thing. Thank you for making me a better trader. I love the Pro Trader dashboard and have been making consistent moolah on trades ever since following you. Don't pass this opportunity, folks. I'm giving you $2,000 off today, and I am going to be raising the price. Limited time flash sale, $29.95. Now, the way I reckon it, you've got a couple of choices you can make here. A couple of choices. Murray says, I'm coming out of retirement to trade the pit. I haven't traded in 2020s. I like quick trades. Murray, Clyde will personally take you by the hand and teach you. Yes, I send you alerts in the Telegram channel all day long. Nathan said, I had 2 winners on the pit trades today and 4 other wins from Roger's hit list. That's the Nathan that I told you that said thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. Most of the people here right now supporting me are the same people who wrote the testimonials a year ago. You've got 2 choices. You can leave now, continue looking for the next hottest trading strategy that promises to make you rich overnight. I mean, how many people get this excited about a trading strategy that's been around for a year and a half that has a 94% win rate? It's pretty miraculous. I love it. Keep chasing trades you shouldn't have. Keep panic selling because you don't have a game plan. Keep losing money repeatedly. That hasn't been working, isn't going to start working all of a sudden. But there's a better choice. Yes, a better choice. Let's start this year on a good note. We're still not at the end of the first quarter. We have 1,340 something, 46 or 47 people in the pit right now. Take advantage of it. Join now. Marianne says, what level of option access is needed? Uno. Level uno. You're going to buy calls and you're going to buy puts. That's it. Level uno. Right, Marianne? Doesn't get better than level uno, right? All right. Ken, thank you for that, Ken. This is Ken. He's a post-PhD in math. He gave a testimonial here, and he's giving a testimonial there. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. Ken says, this guy is one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. I don't know too many. Well, actually, I do know. Actually, Ken, I gotta admit, I do know several people who have post-PhD in math. But you're definitely in the top 10. Definitely in the top 10. Considering most of the people I know are in academia, that's pretty good. It's the only place in the world where you can piggyback off of hedge funds and institutional traders in real time. Everybody in my wife's family is a post-PhD in physics and math. How do you sign up for the lifetime? You after you get the 1 year, Mike, it'll ask you if you want to continue for lifetime. So you can either call them or you can leave your email here, or you can just wait till you do a year and then just upgrade. Adam says we're all clients and no person told us to say yeah, no. I'll repost that. Yeah, no, yeah, nobody's telling you to say this, Adam. I know that. We're just satisfied with the results being good. I appreciate that, Adam. Thank you. I call Adam Eagle Beagle. So if you ever heard me talk about Eagle Beagle, that's Adam. This is yours, folks. The price is going to go up. Thank you, Ken. Ken, I keep in mind Kevin Hassett, Charles Calamiris, my wife's you're in good company though. You and Penny. Penny's also post-PhD in math from MIT, I believe. Steve says, how much time do you have to get into trades if you're not by a computer? Forget about it, Steve. Forget about it. If you're not by the computer, forget about it. Forget about it. It's not the program for you. It's a program for people who want to bridge the gap between part-time trading and full-time trading. Now, you could take every trade as a swing trade. So technically, you don't have to be by the computer. But I tell people, because I'm very conscientious, that you should be by the computer. This is an active service. It's a very active service. This is quick and punchy. Ass is strapped to the seat, Sean says. Penny has actually lived on the same dorm as you did. Well, there you go. And did you guys know each other? Look what Sean says. Ass strapped to the seat. No. Oh, okay. It makes a difference in trading for sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Didn't know. But yeah, folks, take advantage of this. Important notice. Matt and I have been testing a brand new 0DT and 1DT option trading system on SPY, QQQ, and IWM that we're going to be launching, I believe, next Saturday or the following Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. Matt, is it going to be next Saturday or next Wednesday? All right, I'll follow up with you on that. And just to give you an idea, let me show you. So this is a trade we did in the SPY today. This is the closed one. I don't want to give you the open one yet. SPY bonus trade, buy open, SPY March 11, 2025 expiration, 653 call, filled 462, take profit on SPY call, 5 minutes later, filled 550. 1026, 1234, 19%. Those are the bonus trades. Will that be? No, that's not going to be part of the pit. But we will be testing other SPY trades in the pit. So we will be doing a lot of SPY trades in the pit, but they won't be those. There'll be other type of SPY trades. This new system will officially launch next week. But when you join today, you'll get early access as a beta tester. What stocks is the one you are looking to short at VWAP? It was pin interest. Pins, Albert, pins. It was pins, Skechers, D-Dog at Starbucks, Tesla, Interactive Broker, Reddit. All right. Good, Sean. Good. So far, the traders are in love with it. We have about between 70 and 80% win rate and a profit factor over 2. QQQ up 116%, up 45%, up 120%, 79%, 90, 65. And these are just bonus trades. These weren't even supposed to be part of the. I just wanted to do something nice for you guys. Join the pit today for early access to these 0DT trades. And I will be doing a lot of SPY trades, just not these. What is the new long stock for the quarter? I'm going to give it to you, Perry. Hold on. I haven't given it to you yet. How many alerts per day? 1 to 2 on average. Like today, I gave you 2 plus bonuses. I don't even count the bonuses. Is it only for day trades? No. 99.9% of the trades I recommend you hold for swings. If you hold them, your profit will be about 2 to 3 times as much as my day trades, and your win rate will not be 94%. It'll be about 85%, 80 to 85%. And I'm sure other folks here can add. And I give you my email address if you have questions. It's likely that Roger will use the pit as a beta test group for future services. Yes, for other SPY trades, and for refining the trades in the new service too. So we're going to be doing a lot of SPY trades in the new in the pit as well. And testing new indicators. In fact, swing trading is the reason some of my traders, like Chess, love the pit. I've noticed you saying that every trading pit trade can be a swing trade. Yes, I've said that on more than one occasion, like every 5 minutes, which is why I joined up last week. The profit was $3,193. The trading alone more paid for my subscription to the pit. And there you have it. Yes, every one of my trades starts out. I don't day trade a stock unless it's a good swing trade. That's how I roll. We also do bonus spread trades. Bonuses. These are bonuses. These are not part of it. That bonuses. That's just above and beyond. And if I do a bonus spread trade, I'll give you both strike price, expiration dates, all that stuff. I'll break everything down for you. And the bonus trades have been doing really well. Look at this, 250% on Apple. Richard Feinberg made 1,500, 352%, $7,000. Folks are very, let's put it this way. I have not had a lot of people saying bad things about the pit. Matter of fact, I don't remember any. And the ones who have apologized. Look at this, 410%. Michael didn't know what he was doing, but he made 410%. I love that. Is it small account friendly? The average trade is $174. So if you did the 2 trades today, the SPY trade would have been $462, and that we usually don't go above $500. And if you did the option on pins, that would have been about $100, and the other one would have been about $200. So the average is about $174. Yes, they will be recorded. Yes. The only bad thing about the pit is that I can't be there all day. Listen, Don, what are you going to do? Let me repost that. That's very nice of you. That's the only complaint Don has. He can't be there all day. Yes, it's very small account friendly. You don't need a big account. But remember, you're not going to be able to day trade if you don't have 25K or unless you have several cash accounts. How will I receive alerts in the pit? Telegram, baby. Telegram. Telegram. Is the trading pit beginner friendly? Yes, it's very beginner friendly. I'm buying calls, buying puts, and I'm buying stocks and I'm selling stocks. I'm not doing anything weird. There's no multi-legged spreads. And if I do something fancy like that, I'll lay it out and it'll be a bonus, and I'll do that maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that. What trading platform is ProTrader compatible with? Thinkorswim and TradeStation. TradingView doesn't have the capability of the scanner. Yeah, you could swing trade, as Ken just said, you could swing trade the pit with a small account. Swing trade the pit with a small account. Not day trade the pit with a small account. Here's what Ken said. Does the alert come with X? Yeah, look. Let me show you. Look, let me give you today, for example. Look. So let me show you. This is today, okay? Short pins. Fill price for reference. Here's the chart. Why I'm shorting it. Let's take little profit on pins. 30-cent profit. Exit right here. And I teach you which options to trade inside and in the VIP room. And then before that, we had, look, this is today. Go long Johnson & Johnson. Filled, 169. Getting out of Johnson & Johnson, 169.50. It's right there. Everything you get, and I teach you which options to buy, and they don't change. The formula doesn't change. Very, very, very simple, and it doesn't change. Okay. Once we're done and render record, yes, you'll get the recording. Yeah, you get customer service live. They'll help you put everything together. They'll help you connect the scanner. They'll help you make sure that you're doing the same thing that we're doing, that it's all together. Are you still long that? All right. $29.95. Get in on this now. Do not delay. Do not procrastinate. Now, let me give you my predictions, okay? Let me be Christopher Columbus here and give you my predictions. Sean says, just closed my 4th winner for the day on a crappy day and don't want to say I'm one of the most challenged members here. You are one of the most challenged members here. I will say it, Sean. You are. But I've learned unmeasurable amount here. Here's what Sean has to say. Sean, you got to stop looking at fundamentals. PIT is a very well-designed system created by Roger. You will like it as you see testimonials for subscribers. Here's one from Cyrus. And let me give you my predictions. Interest rates. I think interest rates are going to go down, but I think interest rates are going to start going down around summertime. And I have new predictions for you here, so don't go anywhere. Summertime. The Fed needed 2 extra quarters. I think Trump is going to forget all about these tariffs in the next couple of weeks or maybe a month because he's not going to allow the market to drop too far below the 200-day moving average. He's going to blink first. The US dollar will start rising, and I think we'll start coming back up, and the Fed will start lowering rates once he forgets about this tariff nonsense. But it's going to be another month or so before that happens. We need things to get a little more, we need a little more panic and clarity to come in. A couple of more articles in Wall Street Journal should do it. VIX, I think VIX will stay between 15 and 20 for the foreseeable future. I don't think VIX is going to spike too much. And VIX right now is at 27. I don't think it's going to stay 27 very long. I think it's going to come right back up. Not Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan today said that they believe we're very close to the bottom unless there's a new catalyst. I don't think there's going to be a new catalyst, and I don't think CPI is going to be that bad this week. All right, let's continue. Top sectors, communication sector. I like communication sector, okay? I still like the communication sector. Interestingly enough, I want to show you something interesting. Look at my stock fetcher. Look how everything is down here, but look at communication. Communication is actually holding up on the top of the speculative sectors right here. So it still has some good upside there, okay? I like that. I like that quite a bit. So I like the communication sector. Crude oil. I think crude oil is going to remain choppy. I don't think anything is going to happen to crude oil. Nothing is going to happen to crude oil. I think it's going to be a complete non-event. Okay. Gold. I think gold has peaked for the time being. I think the only reason gold would continue going higher is if US dollar stabilized. And I don't think the US dollar is going to stabilize for the next month or so. So I think for the time being, the gold market has topped out, and I think it's going to stay near the current level. Is the scanner the same as the program in money options? The scanner is not the same thing as the call out. There's the Pro Trader dashboard and the PIT. PIT gives you signals. Pro Trader dashboard shows you how to generate the signals, Dan. Okay, just FYI. Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to stay choppy. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go too far down. I think Bitcoin is going to stay choppy because I think Bitcoin is going to consolidate and do exactly what it did right here before coming back up. And I think it's going to consolidate here, maybe break a little bit lower, like this kind of a thing, but predominantly stay in this range, okay? That's what I think Bitcoin is going to do. That's what I think Bitcoin is going to do. My target for the SPY is 6,200. I still think SPY is going to recover. I don't see this being a structural damage. I actually see a lot more stocks rising today than we did last week. Interestingly enough, volatility is starting to pick up, and I think the market is pretty close to bottoming out in the short term. I think even if the market was to go down from here, it would have to test the 200, as I said earlier with Jeffrey. I also think as we get closer to the summer, and once this whole tariff talk is in the past, I think we're going to see interest rate enter a deflationary mode. And if that happens, we're going to see the Russell 2000 and the mid-cap start outperforming the SPY, kind of like they started doing when the Fed started lowering rates. And then they started going back down because we started getting all this tariff talk and so forth. So I think it's going to happen. Beverly, I think we're going to have a W recovery. Yes. Sorry, just seeing that now. So I do think the SPY is going to be a lot more stable than a lot of folks out there. I'm not seeing like major upside, but I think the SPY is going to stabilize. I think the only reason why the SPY is not stable is because we have so much uncertainty being thrown at it right now via these tariffs. And I think once all these tariff talks subside, just like they did during the first administration, I think the market's going to be on a much smoother trajectory. It's very hard right now to price in fair value when you have these tariffs going back and forth. I was giving somebody, I was getting stretched last week, and somebody asked me, and the lady who was stretching me, she was talking to me. She's like, "Why are you so stressed out?" And I explained to her, and she didn't understand the ramifications between the tariffs and the stock market. But what I explained to her, I said, "Look, imagine you run Hershey's, okay, and you import your cocoa from another country, okay, and all of a sudden, cocoa." This is actually the exact example I gave her. And imagine that cocoa is going to be priced tomorrow 20% higher tariff, and your profit margin at Hershey's on cocoa, on your chocolate, is 20%. She's like, "Oh." And then 5 minutes later, you're not going to be tariffed. You're not going to be. There's not going to be tariffs. And then 15 minutes later, there is going to be tariffs. How does your accounting department project profitability with so much uncertainty? It's impossible. That's what the market's doing, what it's doing. And again, I'm not going to blame anybody for it. You all know who's doing this, but I think it's all going to get forgotten. It's all going to be forgotten over the next few months, and we're going to start seeing stronger price action as a result, okay? You mentioned that someone will walk you through the service trading pit. Who is that someone? Raouf. I hope I got your name right, Raouf. Cam and Gustavo show. Also, my members area has a full walkthrough video. And if you're still stuck, then Matt, my assistant Matt, who coded the software, is going to have to take one for the team. And if he can't set you up, Raouf, I don't know who can. He coded it for me. My top stock picks for 2025. So I like McDonald's because McDonald's is a consumer stock, and McDonald's, that if the economy starts picking up, McDonald's will benefit from it. If economy starts slowing down, McDonald's is going to benefit from it. McDonald's is recession-proof, folks. I also like Verizon because I like how Verizon's behaving while the market's breaking down. Yeah, I know Trump eats McDonald's. That's what I'm saying. Recession-proof. You guys like that, right? I'm telling you, McDonald's. Have you seen what McDonald's is doing? It made an all-time high on Friday. Raouf. I like that name. Great name. Is it are you South American, Raouf? Is it where's that place in South America? Is it Brazilian? Is it a Brazilian name? Sounds like it could be Brazilian. Let me know. I'm just curious. Rakesh, Raul, I got Raouf. Raouf, I got Rakesh. Anyway, it's all good. Weakest stocks, VMC and Decker. Decker sells premium shoes. Premium shoes. Very expensive shoes. Folks, when markets go down and we have a recession, people don't buy Hokas. They start buying Skechers. They own Hoka, by the way. And VMC is a basic material company. This can have a major impact if the economy goes soft. VMC would bend tremendously. These are all new stocks for the quarter. I have not given you these stocks before. Folks, get your goodies on. Oh, Arabic. Okay, is it Arabic? Again, I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. And if you don't want to tell me, that's okay too. I like names. I like pronouncing people's names and learning things. All right, let's take some questions. We have Rakesh and Raouf. There we do. There we do. Sarah, did you enjoy the presentation?
Always.
Good. Glad to hear that. I think it was a good class. I think we covered a lot of ground. And if you missed the stocks, these are the stocks. I like McDonald's and I like VZ. These stocks have amazing relative strength to the market right now. Any stock that makes a 52 or an all-time high when the market is breaking the 200-day moving average is definitely stocks that will continue moving up if the market goes down, or will be very, very resilient. And these stocks here, this DEC and VFC, DEC. So I'm going to tell you the thing with DEC. I think they've had their best 2 years were last year and the year before. Folks are starting to get a little critical on their brand. And I am as well. And VMC, I think this is a great company, but I think industrial stocks right now, I don't think we're going to see a lot of commercial construction, and I don't think we're going to have a lot of residential construction. So, and Bob is asking you if you're trading right now, Sarah.
Yeah, since 2018, but I'm definitely doing it a lot more now.
There you go. That's the spirit. Are there any questions that you'd like to ask me that I might have missed?
Let's see here. I think there was a handout that the team sent out for your Q2 market outlook. So Don's asking, number 7 is 2025 will be a massive opportunity for blank traders.
I don't know what number 7 is. What was it? Let's see
Okay.
what Don said for bear and bull traders. I think missed opportunity will be a massive opportunity for both bull and bear traders. That's what I think, that because we're seeing a lot of non-directional volatility. Makes it easier for me to trade the PID, by the way. What do you see in EQT doing for current trade? Sharon, if you have a question about a current trade, please send me an email. I don't want to talk about current trade for people who are not in that program. It's just not fair to them. Just send me an email. I'll respond to you within 20 minutes. Yeah. Any other questions? By the way, folks, IRA account, you could do this easily in your IRA account.
And then your email is roger@rogerscott.com.
Yep, I'm going to post it right now for everybody. Roger@rogerscott.com. Here it is. Roger.
And he does respond very quickly, I will say.
I do. I even responded to Sarah very quickly when she emailed me last week, asking me a pit question.
Yeah. I was expecting an answer at least by tomorrow, and then 20 minutes it came in. I was like, oh, okay.
If I wait till tomorrow, Sarah, you'll be waiting a lot longer to get a response because I'll get 300 questions by that time in the queue.
That is true.
What's the average hold time, Sabina? For day trades, obviously, it's a day. For swing trades, overnight. Usually overnight. She's in the pit. She is.
Yes, I am.
She was asking me a question last week about why I don't hold my trades longer in the pit to give them a little more time to make money, the bonus trades, the SPY trades. And I explained to her because the market was choppy.
Yep.
How would you do a spread on those? If the option price is expensive, you can always email me. I'll give you a spread. And I show people how to do spreads. I do a delta 0.50, and then I offset it based on 50% of the spread. When you're going to be able to increase your win rate to 100% in the pit, I don't know, Cyrus. We're at between 94 and 95. Do not chase nickels. There we go. Yeah. Unfortunately, in this market, when there's no directional bias, sometimes that's all the market will give you. You don't want to chase nickels in a market that's doing this. It's okay to chase nickels in a market that's doing this. Adam says Roger's biggest problem is topping the Pro Trader dashboard and the pit. It is. I love my programs. I love the pit. I spend a lot of time during the day in that pit. I mean, that pit is a good representation of my trading. You don't want to hold too long. You don't want to hold too long when the market's choppy. The market will tell you how long you should be holding for. The market bias, not your stock, but the market will tell you. If essentially all we're doing is just trading the stocks as a means. You know how you trade the options instead of the stock? You're trading the options as a proxy for the stock. Well, what we're doing in the pit is we're picking the strongest and the weakest stocks relative to the S&P 500 and using them as a proxy for the SPY. In essence, that's all we're doing. Strongest stock was right here. It was Verizon and McDonald's. And you could see how Verizon and McDonald's are doing right now. And how they're outperforming, basically telling the market, we don't really care about you going down. Now, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't really know why Verizon's doing it. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, which is even better, because when the stock is going up and it doesn't make any sense, that's usually a good reason for it. That's usually the best reason for it. But McDonald's makes a lot of sense because McDonald's will thrive if we go into a recession. And McDonald's will thrive whether we don't go into a recession. McDonald's is not a stock. It's not a luxury stock. It's a fairly defensive stock. So that actually makes sense. And I think McDonald's made an all-time high or a 52-week high when the stock market broke the 200-day moving average on Friday. Yeah, I do like to trade McDonald's too. All right, unless there's any, and right now while we were in this class, I added Coinbase to my short watch list. Coinbase is on my scanner, and if it pulls up maybe to the 188 area or maybe 189 area, I may want to sell it today. I want to thank each and every one of you. If you have questions that I did not answer, please feel free to email me at roger@rogerscott.com. There's no "the," just roger@rogerscott.com. Yes, coin to the downside, yes. I'll talk to you later, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And if you have a question about anything at all, except refunds and exchanges, send me an email.